Welcome back to the channel. We on overtime right now. We about to hit the road for Florida, but we ain't ready yet. Got some stuff back here on the table as we think it's gonna help us. And just like we do here on the channel, we get our shit off the jack stands. Let's get busy. First thing first, we gotta get these studs mounted on my tires over here. Normally we'd be racing on the Mickey Thompson slicks, but for this race, it calls for a dot style tire. And this is a dot slick Hoosier QuickTime Pro, 28, 11.5, 15. And we actually have tubes in them. So we got a bunch of screws to stick back in the wheels.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out.
This one's ready now too. Now the reason why I stud my wheels is because it keeps the tire from spinning under extreme torque. And one thing a stick shift car has is a lot of fucking torque. Considering it's got a tube in it, it's got a bunch of baby powder, it'll let the tube actually settle. Got it nice and locked in here. It's not gonna move on the rim. Our next move is to get the car up, get the fuel out of it. Got some testing to do.
It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything.
Now we gotta get the car pretty high up in the air because we gotta be able to drain the tank. Get it in our containers right here so we can put the new fuel in. Using my old trusty little tester that I got years ago.
All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
So I ended up buying a barrel of E85R. It's the Ignite Red. I already got the regular E85 from the pump. We're gonna put a sample of E85R in this non-label, and then we're gonna test both of them one at a time on this. Now you're supposed to kind of let it settle, but this is just a kind of a rudimentary test. That E85R has a little bit of a different pump E85. That's why it's a little bit more money. I just wanna check it just because I can. Okay, so we're gonna test the content between pump E85 that I got from Speedway versus Ignite Red E85R that I got from Indiana in a barrel. Obviously this is water, and we're gonna test it on my old little E85 content tester. Fill it up with water up to a certain line. You fill the rest of it with E85 or the ethanol, and it tells you roughly what it is. They're both very clear, which is good. So first we are going to test pump E85. So we're gonna carefully fill it up with water to the line. As you can see there, now we're gonna fill it up with the pump, and we'll do the same thing for the other. Now once we fill it up with the pump, then we'll come back and check it in a few minutes after it's set. While we're waiting for the test to finish, we'll go ahead and get our 10 gallons and stick it in the white cup. So it looks like it settled right around about E84. I think this is the batch from Kentucky when I came home from Bowling Green. It was really good E85. I mean, there's still air bubbles in it. It should settle a little bit more. Probably a settle around 180, you know, E82 or E83. I mean, this is just a cheap little content checker you can get for a couple bucks. It just gives you an idea of what the ethanol content is. We got a Holley in our system, and you could run an input on or an output on whatever on a flex fuel sensor. So that's something that we're going to kind of look into with the coupe and the Dominator when we get to that point. Let me go ahead and get the wheels switched over really quick and get them locked in. And then we'll talk about some of the other stuff back here on the table that we have yet to install. A couple cool little features with the new Holley system. Plus, we got a couple lines under our hood that really need to be attended to. I think it's going to make a big difference. Plus, what's in that box is definitely going to help our engine breathe a lot better. So stick around. We still got a lot of work to do. We're in crunch time, man. It's like 9 o'clock at night. A couple days before we leave to Florida. We got to get this shit done. Got to get my shit off the jack stands. You know I'm always preaching that here on the channel. Okay, we already filled the lineup, water on the checker. Now we are going to add the E85R. Same way we did last time, the same amount. Let that settle and we'll come back. We'll go ahead and get this back up in the air and get these wheels swapped over. Got that tire on, gonna check the content of the ethanol. E91, E92, that thing measured out really good. That's 6 or 7 points than some of my best E85 I got in 2023. I don't know if that's good, but we're gonna find out on our Turbo Fox body behind me this weekend. Heard this stuff works really good. Gonna have to keep an eye on our fuel table. Got a handful of things that we need to do under the hood first, and then we're gonna come back to the one mod that I found on eBay that I think you guys that run Holly, I think you guys are really gonna like this one, but we're in crunch time. I'd rather finish this stuff outside, running the car on the new Ignite Red. I can see better, I can film better. I think you guys enjoy it. So got some more work to do, got to get your shit off the jack stands. Okay, we got a couple things that we talked about earlier. Replacing them long 60-inch lines. We're gonna bust that out real quick. I got like a 12-incher and an 18-incher here, and get that done. Go ahead, cut it off. It's got a considerable amount. This is like my old turbo line. Use what we had to use while we were, just to get the car running. But now we finally ordered them, and we're gonna replace the oil one now. Things that needed to happen. Yeah, this fit like perfectly. 18-incher right to the feed. Okay, so last thing we're going to be doing here in the video, this is the new Motion Raceworks. I got the fittings with it too, a couple extra fittings. We're gonna mount this right here on the side, as we needed to do something with our catch can. So make one last hit with the CO2 before we load it for NMRA. It's a really nice piece, Motion Raceworks. We just got to put the bracket on real quick, Paul. We're just gonna mount that pig just like it was before. All right, so last thing that we are doing is this eBay mount thing that I found. Now this is a GoPro mount that's sticky. You can see I used one up here for my draggy. So I think I'm gonna stick this thing about right here, because eventually I'm gonna come through, disconnect the canvas, and I'm gonna come through the heater vent here and go behind it. But this is a kind of a nice little setup. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, kind of out of the way. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Did an E85 versus E85R. Got to work on a little bit of startup enrichment, but got a lot of work done. A lot of things needed to be done before the race. If you guys enjoyed this sort of content, leave me a thumbs up. Hit that like, subscribe if you're not already. See you guys soon in the next one.